That brings us up to 7 p.m. Well, good evening. I'm Sergey Brown, and we've got Miss Dawn over here. Say hello to everybody, baby.
Good evening, all.
There we go. I'm going to turn that up just a little bit. I got a little something sent to me today by Miss Dawn, and it got me thinking about these data farms, these big, huge server farms. And I thought, there's got to be something that we can actually do about this. So
there is?
Well, that's what we're going to discuss tonight. Mm-hmm. What can we do? Because AI isn't going away. Neither is data and servers. So what do we do? That's what we're going to talk about tonight. First of all, who do you have out there in the chat?
Our regular human beings. Then we have Vectum, Pat, Christy, LaShawn.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, Babushka.
I love that. We're trying something new. We're not advertising as much on X, and we're just going to see how that goes this week, and then we'll reassess when we finish that.
So you're advertising on Rumble?
Well, no. Tonight we're just raw dogging it.
We're raw dogging. You were very busy today.
Very busy day.
Doing a new platform, I guess you could say.
I'm looking at a new platform, trying to figure it out. We got.
I heard some bad words a lot today.
We had some computer updates that messed everything else up. So there you go. Yes, and then of course we're talking about data. So
Babushka says AI is here to stay, and Christy says I don't like it one bit.
Exactly, and I don't blame you, Christy. But here's the thing.
The video.
Well, I'm trying to get it to go right now, but it just doesn't want to. So I'm just going to pull it right here.
Pressure in the kitchen.
All right, let's see what we have here.
This is where
we don't have it. You know what? I'm not even going to play that video tonight because it's not set up, and well,
there it is right there.
Yeah, there's no sound. But the point of this is that we've got AI-driven farms. Nothing is working. I do not know why my screen share and absolutely nothing is working. Hold on, guys. Let me get this set up so we can see things. It's been a challenging day today.
Definitely. Like I said, I heard I was in the other room and Sergey was in the office alone working on his new platform, and I heard a lot of bad words. Yeah. So. Well,
that is not where. What is going on here?
LaShawn said I heard sound.
Oh, did you hear sound?
No, I didn't hear sound, but did you guys hear the video? Let us know.
Let us know. All right, we're just gonna resize this, and we're going to. So what happened today is that I updated my OBS, and then it took down absolutely everything that is associated with producing my show, and it wasn't up until about half an hour ago that I got at least some stuff working. So we're gonna just take a look at this.
LaShawn says, "Yep."
Oh yeah, she heard sound.
I guess she's hearing it and we're just not.
Okay, well, I meant for the video, babe. Sound for the video.
Are you hearing sound for the video, LaShawn?
Because really that is. As AI becomes part of everyday life, it brings a hidden climate cost, and it certainly does. And there is an enormous amount of information about this coming out right now. Marissa Lowen first started using artificial intelligence in 2014 as a project management tool. She had autism and ADHD and said it helped immensely with organizing her thoughts. We try to use it conscientiously, though, because we do realize there's an impact on the environment, she said. Her personal AI use isn't unique anymore. Now it's a feature in smartphones, search engines, word processors, and email services. Every time someone uses AI, it uses energy that it often generated by fossil fuels. Yes, absolutely, because that is the fuel of future. I mean, really. And I don't like it being called fossil fuel either. So it just goes on to say that there's a cost to the climate in this article right here is very like liberal, green. We need to move towards green energy, and quite frankly, green energy isn't there yet, and it is extremely toxic, very, very highly toxic. So I think that what we need to do is just let the greenies have their way, and we will take ours. So I'm going to say strap in, because the AI age isn't just coming, it is here right now, August 25th, 2025, and it's moving very fast. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, synthetic intelligence is the next step, and wait until you hear about that. You should Google synthetic intelligence. Maybe even quantum computing, which I think that once quantum computing comes online, it will be only for the wealthy. I simply don't think that you and I are going to be able to afford it. It will be thousands of dollars a month. They're already changing how we work, heal, and live. Self-driving cars, cancer-fighting algorithms, even smarter battle tech. Almost all of it really is about war and depopulating the planet. I mean, we've got the warmongers really, really in high gear these days, I'll tell you. Israel just attacked Yemen, and Yemen is a terrorist hotbed. But still, my point is, do we just have to slaughter everybody?
Look at your Rumble.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull Rumble up, and I will.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, really? Oh, goodness.
I need a bell.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I got excited when I saw it.
No, go right ahead and interrupt.
Well,
Oh my God, Christy, thank you very much.
She says, thank you for all you do, Sergey, to get the truth out. We appreciate you.
It is my absolute pleasure. And quite frankly, we're going to make sure that we get more and more truth, going every day.
Once we get our platform fixed.
Once we dial this back in,
right,
it's been challenging. Well, Christy, thank you very much.
Good. Get back to that monologue.
So it is all powered by data farms, massive warehouses full of servers that make the magic happen. But here's the real talk. These data farms are eating our water, spiking our power bills, and reshaping our towns. And nobody asked asked you actually if it's okay. Tonight, for the next 45 minutes or so, we're going to be diving into these data farms. It was just going to be a segment, but I ran into so much information, and, I like to ask a few questions and find out the answers, and a segment just wasn't going to be enough. What are the real costs in this, and how can we adapt? Because the AI revolution, it's not going away, and big tech government and big tech, they're going to steamroll us. The numbers are absolutely jaw-dropping. So the U.S. right now has 3,968 to 5,426 data centers. I tried to pin this number down. That is about a 2,500 swing one way or the other. It shouldn't be that way. So, about a 1,500 swing that way. I don't like when they hide this kind of information from us, and it tells me that it is a bigger problem than we once thought. So once hyperscale farms burn as much electricity as 50,000 homes, that's 100 to 300 megawatts, says the Department of Energy. And get this, Google's data center in the Dalles, Oregon, sucked up 355 million gallons of water in 2021. That's the earliest number that I could find. It's 2025. Are they hiding the data from us? I want to know that. I searched a lot through just about everything that I could. These are the numbers that I could find. About 1/4 of the city's supply, according to the Washington Post. This isn't about stopping AI tonight, though. It's about making it work for us. How do we harness the power without draining our resources? And when big tech or the feds cross the line, how do we fight back? Let's get into it, because the future is being built right now, and you deserve a say. What are they saying over there in the chat, baby?
Well, AI is scary shit.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is.
Let me see. DPSF98 says, I saw the most asinine article from Farm Bureau today.
Mm-hmm.
Had a big picture of a plane spraying pesticides on a big farm advertising their new insurance.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Exactly.
Oh, you're bringing something up?
Yep. Keep going, babe. Keep going.
There's not much. They're just all in awe of you, sir.
Oh, well.
They're just all saying hello. They're all just kind of getting on. Vectum said Liberal Green is retarded.
Yes, it completely is.
Fill up water for
All
storage.
right, here we go. We're gonna get this sound. I'm sorry that everything you guys are seeing behind the curtain,
the data center.
but that's the way it is.
Sure, you got the sound.
All right, so here we go.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This
All right.
is our cold water pressure in the kitchen. This is where I fill up water for storage. Those are the things we have to fill up to flush the toilets.
So you can see the sediment from the data center. Wow, and that's just from the water coming out of your faucet.
Yeah. And this is what's in all the pipes. It's overwhelming because you really feel like you are up against this huge wall that you can't penetrate. There's nothing that you can do, and they don't care.
I'm here in Mansfield, Georgia, driving by Meta's new 2 million square foot data center facility. Facilities like this are being used to power things like ChatGPT and other AI tools that are becoming integrated into our daily life.
Data centers, going to be a very hot item.
This entire supercomputer is built to power Grok.
We see data centers as the most exciting asset class.
Meta is building a 2 gigawatt plus data center that is so large it would cover a significant part of Manhattan.
Mm-hmm. But data centers come with big costs. From light and noise pollution to the environmental impacts, to the potential rising costs of energy bills. These facilities put extraordinary demand on the power grid and require entirely new infrastructure.
Oh my God. They should be responsible for that, not us.
Search the internet for profits that Meta has made, Amazon, Microsoft. They can afford to pay for their own generation.
Your house is here, and the data center's right there.
It's less than 400 yards.
Beverly and Jeff Morris bought their home an hour's drive from downtown Atlanta in 2016, but their roots in the community run much deeper.
Being in the country has always just been my peace and my therapy. When we found this place, we decided that this was it. It was perfect.
I was actually raised probably 5 miles from here. It felt like coming home.
The data center that's now the Morris' next door neighbor happens to be owned by Meta, the company you know for Facebook and Instagram, but has also been breaking into artificial intelligence. They started construction on this data center campus in 2018.
Definitely changed everything. They destroyed the environment, taking down all the trees across the road.
Beautiful pines, beautiful forest.
The light pollution is...
We don't have to have a night light in the house. You can walk around the house at night and see everything. It's that bright.
And there you have it. I mean, it is so disruptive to the community around these areas that these people, their lives have been destroyed, and they bought nice property, and the value of these properties just absolutely plummets.
That light at night.
Can you believe
just
that?
Lighting up their home.
Just blinding. It's
just
like a UFO landing out there.
Yeah. What is that called? Light pollution?
Yeah, light pollution.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of pollution. Light pollution is just one of them, I think.
Babushka says data centers are crazy. I have a family member who works in one and actually builds the servers.
Ooh.
They are completely empty and just full of servers and wires. You need security clearance just to get in them.
Absolutely. I would think that they are probably the most secure buildings on the planet. It is where all the technology, all the data is, and so you don't want people in there. Here's the thing. I could just get on here and rant and say, oh my God, the sky is falling. My hair's on fire.
Look at your hair's on fire now.
There we go.
Right there.
Well, I see that.
You see that?
No. Oh my God.
Pat?
Well, thank you very much.
Sergey, you're killing it. I appreciate everything you're doing. Fight on.
Pat, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You guys are going to be making me cry, and grown men do not cry.
Yeah. Your hair's on fire? What were you saying?
So I guess my hair is on fire now.
So nice. Thank you.
The point is I can get on here and I could rage, and there's a lot to rage about, but that's not going to fix the problem. The problem is that AI and superintelligence is here to stay. How do we exist with it, and how do we fight the government and big tech when they overstep? And I think that the way we do that is by working together, coming together. And I still believe, I firmly believe that that right now is the golden era for people getting together, buying a piece of property, and building a community that is self-sufficient. Because if you don't, pretty soon the government's going to run you off your land, just like they've done for anything. Look at what they did in California. Something like $16 billion, $26 billion for the Brown-Doggle that Jerry Brown started, the high-speed train. They never built an inch of rail. Never.
Who got all the money?
Where did all that money go? Yeah. I hope Donald Trump hunts that down. Obviously, Jerry Brown, Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, the usual suspects.
Vectum says, I'm sick of Trump saying America is the hottest country. It suggests to me a temporary fad. I'm still a MAGA. I'm just not a hive-minded pod person.
Yeah, Vectum, you and I share that approach right there. I'm not a follower. There are things I like about what Donald Trump is doing, and there are things that I absolutely do not like. And then there's some things that I'm just on the fence about. Not a lot, because I'm not a sit on the fence guy. I like to choose my side, size something up, and then I will adjust my point of view as I learn more. But here's what I'm saying. We need to be very cognizant of the possibility that big tech will take over vast areas, and the government will help move people out, just like they've done for highways and for building projects and the aforementioned high-speed rail project that never in 20 years never built an inch. Nothing. They moved people off their land. They eminent domained it.
Wow.
Where is the justice in this? Do those people get their land back?
No.
What's
their say why they didn't move an inch of land to build this?
Oh, God, I am sure that there's
they can't say they ran
whole
out of
mess
money.
Lord only knows, but I'll tell you this. It can't be good. I'm certain that it's not in the least bit good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So on to the next segment. What are data farms and why do they matter? Let's start with the basics. What are these data farms, these big server farms, and why should you care? Picture a warehouse bigger than 10 football fields, packed with rows of blinking servers, cooling towers, humming, and cables snaking everywhere like a sci-fi movie set. That's a data farm, a hyperscale data center, the beating heart of the AI revolution. I think I have a picture. Oh, well, there's a picture there. So here we go. I mean, like they said, the data farm that Zuckerberg is building is about half the size of Manhattan Island.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. Absolutely huge.
And the amount of power it takes to run it.
Oh my God!
Are they using solar to run that?
Right?
No,
not at all.
Are they using windmills? I don't see any windmills around there.
Yeah. So just massive buildings. That's tiny by anybody's standards, but that's the Wall Street Journal, and I can't access that unless I
become a member.
Yeah, and quite frankly, the Wall Street Journal is a rag anymore. I used to read it consistently For the better part of 30 years, I subscribed to the Wall Street Journal. And finally, one day, I just got so sick and tired of it leading up to the 2016 election. I simply couldn't read it anymore. It was so left. And so, the Wall Street Journal is not the Wall Street Journal that I grew up with. And I loved that damn magazine, a newspaper, whatever. I was never a New York Times fan. Babe, were you a New York Times fan?
No.
No. If you can find it, send me a picture of of one of these massive data centers. I mean, the cooling towers look like nuclear energy towers, and we're going to have to start talking about nuclear energy and dark matter and hydrogen energy to power these farms. I think that the reason that they're building that enormous farm, that $75 million farm down energy plant down in Texas, where the floods were, that's going to go to service some sort of a data center. Mm-hmm. So these aren't your grandpa's data server rooms. They're industrial beasts built to power artificial intelligence, synthetic intelligence, machine learning, and maybe even one day, very soon, quantum computing. They're what makes ChatGPT answer your questions, self-driving cars navigate, and medical AI spot cancer before a doctor can. Now, I'm of the belief that a lot of the cancer that we have is man-made, and it's probably parasites. Ivermectin, fenbenzolol, that's the kind of stuff that's been working like miracles for thousands, hundreds of thousands of people.
I see tons of TikToks on people about their cancer and how it got rid of it.
Yeah,
there's probably more aggressive, but I don't know.
I got a buddy of mine that is going through it, and that's what he's on, and it's done some great things for him.
It can't be a joke. Says they're probably running the data centers on 0-point energy. We've done 2 podcasts on the topic if anyone's interested.
Aha. Hey, do me a favor and drop your
link in there.
Drop your link in the chat and let people go see that.
They will probably release it soon in the near future and acknowledge it's real, but it's to power the AI control system. That's what. What are you doing?
Well, my camera's off center and it's driving me nuts, babe.
Oh.
So there we go. Much better. Now, 0-point energy is something that we really have to take a look at. But that is free energy. And I guarantee you, free energy is not free for you and me. Free energy means that the government gets it for free. They don't have to mine it, or they don't have to create it. They draw it out of the atmosphere. And what's going to happen is that free energy is going to go into the very, very pathetically, obnoxious, horrendously wealthy owners of big tech so they can power their extraordinarily expensive server farms. That's how it is. So here's the scale. Right now, the U.S. has thousands of these data centers, with about 1,800 of them being the big hyperscale ones that drive AI, according to the Atiro and the Statista August 2025 numbers. Hold on, let me get my thing moving. So they're not stopping, because another 2,460 are already under construction or planned, potentially pushing us to about 6,000 of these farms by 2035. That's per the McKinley data set. Think about projects like Microsoft's $1 billion campus in Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin, or Oracle's $100 billion Stargate project in Abilene, Texas. Building 20 already centers. These things are massive. Wow. Building 20 AI ready center. I can't read tonight.
It's okay, honey. You've had a hard day.
And well, it happens. Building 20 AI ready centers. But they come with hunger. One hyperscale data farm uses 100 to 300 megawatts of electricity, like we had mentioned before, enough power to power a mid-sized city. This is not conjecture. This is what's happening right now. And when that video that we just watched, it's draining the water as well, the water reserves. That takes 2 million liters of water a day for a 100 megawatt facility, enough for 6,500 households per Westwater Research. So land, they're taking up hundreds of acres. Google has got a 600-acre campus in Lincoln, Nebraska. I mean, that's just one of these. And there's thousands of them, probably about 5,000 already dotted across America. So why does this matter? Well, because these data farms are the engine room of AI, training one large language model, like the ones powering your virtual assistant. Emits as much carbon as 5 cars over their entire life. Wow. According to the 2023 Nature study. AI workloads are 10 times more energy hungry than regular cloud computing. These farms are what make AI possible, whether it's curing disease or powering smart cities or spying on you or creating the most advanced weaponry that we've ever dreamt of. But here's the flip side. All that power, water, and land comes at a massive cost. And it's not just big tech paying for it. It's your town, your resources, your future. We're not here to stop the AI train, but it's rolling and we need to deal with it. And quite frankly, I find it exciting as well. But we need to figure out how to ride it without derailing our communities. That is what we're tackling next. What do we got over there, babe?
It Can't Be Joke says it's interesting, but infuriating. They hoard it from us and have hoarded it from us for decades upon decades. When you control the power, you literally then have all the power. Well, greedy elitist, the military-industrial complex is.
Well, they certainly are. They're the most greedy, and we can't deny that. We can't put that to rest. It goes without saying that all of this technology is going to be misused and it's going to target people. We know that there's a depopulation agenda. Okay. Rather than being sheep and staying just in the little corral and let them slaughter us one by one, we need to stand up and be the lion.
Vectum asks, what's a good location for the self-sustaining community?
Well, Vectum, I am so happy you asked that, because I have been looking at properties here in Idaho. And the reason that I like Idaho is because Idaho's laws essentially say you can do just about anything you want with your property. So they don't parse it out like, oh, you can only have one home on 5 acres.
They don't helicopter your parent.
Exactly.
They're not a helicopter parent.
They let you do what you need to do in order to live. It's our land. And they're talking here in this state about dropping property taxes. And we're going to fight for that. Absolutely. So yeah, there's some beautiful pieces of property up in Idaho County, Idaho. That is right around Moscow, Idaho. And I mean, the fishing is phenomenal. The hunting is amazing if you're a hunter. But there's plenty of land to raise a few head of cattle, to put in some goats or sheep, to build a town square. And you don't have to
be out in the middle of
no, you could be
nowhere,
half an hour away, out of town.
You can still go to the town. I'm a city girl too. I love my country. I grew up on property and stuff, but I still love the convenience of a fancy restaurant. And I know you want to build a restaurant in the community, but still.
Well, we have to. We have to build a restaurant in the community. If we don't, then it's not a...
And Christy says it's cold up there. There's some of us that like the warmth.
Well, actually, it was 98 degrees today here.
Yeah, I mean, Boise is different. You've got about 7 months of nice hot weather and cold for very little
But it's
time.
a desert. You need a lot of irrigation. I'm looking for some place that has, some rain, has a water source, has a river or lake or both, and has plenty of property that is beautiful. But Christy, here's the thing: is I have been looking at ways to build homes that keep you very comfortable year round.
Well, some people like to go. So I love the snow, so I'm okay. Nicole says I don't do well in the cold. I understand.
Yeah, well,
and it doesn't get really that cold here in Idaho. It's not like minus 30 or it's just winter. It's snow and it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean it sits around the 30s and 40s. I would say during the winter here in Boise.
Yeah.
When you get up a little further, it's a little wetter, and it can be in the 50s. Much of the winter, and then it'll dip down during the cold.
But you warm loving people, you build your community. We'll all learn. We'll share our plans and everything, and you have a community there, and eventually that whole community will join together through each state, and be one big city.
Can we have 50 communities, one in each state, and then 100 communities, two in each state, and then 500, and then 1,000? So.
LaShawn and Babushka.
Oh my God, you guys are...
You rock. Glad to call you friends, boss.
You guys are amazing.
Thank you for all your lives. They're awesome. Anybody else want to up the ante? Oh, now it's a bring it on, people.
A bidding war.
I love it. These people are awesome.
You guys are amazing. Thank you. Now you're my heart, which is right around...
Somewhere in there.
It's over here. It's in this
so
general
big.
Area.
It's actually just his whole chest. He's got a big heart, people.
So that community, it can be. We'll have an outdoor cooking pit. That's going to be warm. But I'm looking at making a cozy town, someplace that you want to just spend your life and your time, do something amazing. And if we think hard enough, we can put it together. I've got 9/10 of my plan done, and I'm going to be, putting that on my Substack or my Locals, one of the two, and people can go take a look at it. And then maybe build their own dream, their own community. And then we can road trip to each community.
Yeah.
So, right?
Yeah.
So, road trip! heading out to the Louisiana. Oh, God, I absolutely loved living and working in Nolens. That is one of the truly great cities of the world. They say there's two places. If you're a chef, there's two places you go to learn how to cook food. One is Paris, France, and it is a shithole now, and it's really been overrun by the war of immigration. And number two is NOLA, New Orleans, Louisiana, and that is where I went. And I'll tell you, working at Commander's Palace taught me a lot, but I also learned a lot by being there. Vectum. Thank you very much.
On.
What's going on tonight?
Do I get a lap dance for 10 spots?
I'll see what I can do.
I need to now find a meme for when people do stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's funny. And DPS says, Idaho doesn't even get doesn't even have snowplows. It's not that cold.
Idaho has a lot of snowplows.
They're private.
Yeah.
They're just people with big trucks in it.
But most of them are up north. But I'll tell you, you are not going to run into a state that clears their roads. And we've been around when it has dumped almost 5 feet of snow.
Yeah, it was
in
wonderful.
About 30 hours. It was incredible.
Yeah.
But those roads were clear. They go
within an hour.
You could
drive. The only part was getting out of your own driveway, but we were lucky we had our own plow.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
but we don't have to go up into the panhandle where it snows, dumps a ton. That area that I'm talking about is really, it's like it's right next door to Eastern Washington. So it's
a dump. I hate Spokane.
No, I'm not talking about Spokane. I'm talking about up by Moscow.
Oh, I love that area.
Yeah, and then going up to the hills there. I mean,
so pretty.
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah, and earth bag homes, very, very efficient, and you can build them. Start with 1, 2, 3 rooms. I've got a 2,500 square foot living area, and I have been working on the Fibonacci. The golden ratio and all that of the Tartarians, because I believe, and guys in the chat, let me know. I believe that there are secrets that have been stolen from us in how buildings are built. Do you ever wonder why are all of the state capitals in these big dome, ancient, why aren't they just flat boxes, ugly steel right there? There you go. It's because it is a particular type of resonance of energy that flows through them. And it's, it's as much science as it is art and spiritual. Fib, IONACCI. There we go. So hold on. It might take me just a little to get my screen set up here.
Everybody loves Louisiana. They're not leaving.
Well, God, I don't blame you. I mean, I
love it there too.
Phenomenal there. Yeah. So, but if anyone wants to, take part in the
Idaho
segment, well, then you're more than welcome to.
Pat says, Effectum wants his lap dance. Get up there, Sergey. That's funny.
Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. And we're set up a little better now. Did I mention that we had some technical difficulties all day long?
Yeah. Like I said, those bad words were rolling under that door. I could hear them.
Okay, the Fibonacci sequence. Now, let's take a look at some images of this, and you'll see what it is. And it's all through nature, and we have to ask ourselves, why? Why do we see it all through nature? Well, there we go. Here we are. That's what we're looking for right there. So, the appearance of the Fibonacci sequence in nature. We can see how these spirals, right? How it around, and it builds energy, and it allows the human body, and just, I mean, it reminds me of 0 point energy as well, right? We have to take a look at this stuff and see if it is both beautiful and healthy. And I don't think it's healthy living in flat houses with low ceilings and in cities that are toxic. Everything's toxic. Build your home so it supports you, and well, you'll do great. So there, that's what I was showing there. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Imagine waking up to find your town's water supply is down 25%. Not because of a drought, but because Google servers needed to stay cool. That is the reality for some folks. And we saw that in that Atlanta, Georgia, just outside, an hour out of Atlanta. That's where they were for the Google server farm there. Let's break down what these facilities are doing with our communities and how we can adapt to make this work for everyone. First, water. In the Dalles, Oregon, Google's data center, as I mentioned before, used 355 million gallons of water in 2021, about 1/4 of the entire city's water supply. In Arizona, where drought's already a crisis, data farms like Track's $20 billion Buckeye campus are pulling water from aquifers, and farmers are absolutely raising hell. That is according to the Arizona Republic. By 2030, data centers' water use could skyrocket 170%, and that is, that's obnoxious. But if we're not stuck, solutions are the liquid cooling, like Iron's doing their 75 megawatt Texas facility, or using reclaimed water can cut that demand. We just need to push for it. We can't allow them to tap into always fresh water when we human beings need that. Next, power. Data centers ate up 4.4% of America's electricity in 2023. They could hit 12% by 2028. That's 460 terawatt hours, triple the current load per McKinsey. In Northern Virginia, the world's data center, these capitals, these farms already take over 20% of Dominion's energy sales, and it's projected to hit 46% by 2030. That strains the grid, jacks up your rates, and delays solar hookups for regular folks. And you might wonder, BLACKROCK, buys, ENERGY. God, I have been typing so much lately, babe, that my typing is absolutely on fire. Look at this. Look who is getting into the energy business. BlackRock's bid for Minnesota Power worries customer advocates. Some environmentalists are optimistic the large private equity firm could accelerate the state's transition to carbon-free power. These are effing morons. All right. Environmentalists have got to be some of the silliest people on the planet if they believe that green energy is going to do anything except jack the prices up, which is exactly what it's been doing. California, rolling blackouts. Texas, rolling blackouts in the hottest and the coldest times. I'm telling you, green energy isn't there yet, and it is highly toxic. The windmills, they create everything from crazy waves, like low energy waves that destroy birds, animals, plant life. I mean, it's like a frequency wave that never stops. They also, these big windmills, they can take out entire flocks of birds. We're down, the country, the world is down 30% of its birds, 60% of its bees. That's got to scare you. We've lost 30% of our frogs. We've lost 60% of the world's plankton. It's because we're putting electromagnetic frequencies, extremely low frequencies, radiation, all of this stuff affects the atmosphere. And we've got to be careful about it, because if we're not, well, what happens is you have disasters that were unplanned, consequences, unseen consequences. So, but we're seeing it because I'm talking about it. So I saw it, so you guys see it, and hopefully the government will see it. And somebody told me today that Lee Zeldin knows about the Clear Skies movement, by the way. And so we're making some inroads on that.
DPSF 98 says they don't believe that. It's a sham. They need the people to believe it. It's the final step for control.
Well, you're exactly right. And control is so much of what we're talking about, because I think that what they're worried about is that the world's people are not going to have jobs. AI and robotics, machine learning, all of that is going to start taking over the menial labor. And suddenly you don't need 7.5 billion people, just useless eaters, as the WEF likes to call us, on the planet. So it's not like our ancestors didn't pave the way for us to be here, right? I mean, we built this country. We built the other countries. The 5 or 11 families, I guess, that really do control the world. What gives them the right? And so they're worried about us rising up. Now, they're not worried right now because so many people are just sheep. But sooner or later, when people are starving, and there's a very narrow window here. I want to be really clear about this. When people start starving, that's the most dangerous time for political leaders. After people have starved for a little while, like a number of months in, They don't have the energy to fight back like they would when they still have a little meat on their bones. And so what happens is that one thing that you do when you're in power is you say, okay, how do I stretch the appearance, the kabuki theater out long enough so that people don't rise up when they have the power or the energy? How do I stretch it, months in or a year after their body is already starting to break down? And that is what world leaders have done forever. Mao did it. Hitler did it. Pol Pot did it. Che Guevara and Castro, they all do it, right? They keep the charade up just long enough that you're too weak, too exhausted, too numb to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to pick when you're going to go to war.
Christy says they better stop killing all the beautiful things in this world.
Isn't it time that we start embracing what Mother Nature provides for us? What people, we've lost sight of art and music and
stop playing with Mother Nature that way.
And stop toying with Mother Nature.
She's getting angry.
I remember, you never see it anymore, but there used to be things called sun breaks, right? And it's where the sun would break through the clouds, right? In the cloud breaks, and you always had cloud breaks. So it was nothing big, but it was beautiful, and it just stretched down. And if you were caught in it, walking and on a cold day, it would warm you, and you'd see the rain and everything around you. It was absolutely beautiful. We don't have that anymore because now they spray the entire sky.
Yeah, there's no beautiful sun breaks.
No.
Babushka says this is why cults feed their members pablum or very little protein. Their minds become like mush because they're so hungry and depleted of energy.
You are exactly right. That is exactly why they do it. And we've seen that. Any cult that you can imagine, that's what they do. Is they starve those people. And whenever you have any religious group, and yoga, yoga's like a religious group. There's a lot of good things about yoga, but the fact that they push a vegetarian or a vegan lifestyle is deadly. The human brain feeds on cholesterol. When you take cholesterol out,
you get dementia.
You do. And vegans and vegetarians have very high rates of brain disease and cancers. Your body just can't fight it. Stephen Jobs was a vegan. Stephen Jobs had pancreatic or prostate cancer. Was it prostate or pancreatic?
I don't know.
I think it was prostate cancer. He decided that he wanted to fight it naturally. And he tried, and he died doing it. He didn't die because fighting it naturally didn't work. He died because he was a vegan, and his body had no ability to regenerate itself. That is the fact of the matter. Had he just said, you know what, hell with it, I'm eating meat. Bring in the meat. Maybe he couldn't afford it. Maybe that $200 billion empire wasn't enough.
DPS 98 says that's why they want a digital world. They tell us when we can eat.
Well, they certainly will. As a matter of fact, you'll remember the other night I brought this up about that show called Upload, where the guy he uploads his consciousness into the afterlife, which is a digital world. And then he goes to have a refreshment or something and, I'm sorry, you don't have the credits for that. Well, that's how real life is going to be.
Jesus.
They're going to say,
I hope I won't be around for that.
And right now China's doing it, and China is the test subject. Don't be fooled. China is not the enemy of our government. China is just another businessman, and they want to do business with them. And so they'll play hardball sometimes, and then they let China bend them over. And well, we won't get too graphic with that, but you know what I mean. So yeah, China is a proving ground. And we know that because the United States government along with Anthony Fauci, had labs in China that we financed. Our enemy, our stated biggest enemy is China. And we let them do gain of function on our technology to build, to weaponize, make bioweapons. I mean, come on. It just...
Vectum says, let's set up a cholesterol supplement business.
I like that.
And then Nicole said, yep, threw out all the seed oils, vegetable oils, etc. and cholesterol meds. We only use real butter, and now beef tallow cholesterol is great now.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as high cholesterol.
There is such thing as high cholesterol. And that's why you have geniuses that run around, because they're getting plenty of it.
Right.
But the problem that you have is when you go on statins. You want to destroy your brain and ruin your future within 20 years, start on an effing statin.
That's what Babushka just wrote. Yep, no statins.
Yeah, no statins. I mean, they are evil, absolutely evil. And statins lead to other problems that then they medicate you for, and then you come up with, heart problems and high blood pressure, and then they have to thin your blood with Halprin or Heparin or whatever names they're going by. And then you have anxiety, of course, and then they have to put you on psychotropic drugs, anti-anxiety medications, and all of a sudden you're nothing but a pill consumer. I mean, how many pills do you think are out in society today?
I watched a show once, I think it was a documentary, and it was for, I can't remember. I think it might have been, I just don't remember. But basically, it was a certain diet, got them all off their medication. I mean, these people were taking 50, 60, 70 different kinds of pills a day. They were in wheelchairs, and then just changed their diet to a more high protein, and they got all off their pills, and then they're walking again. Yeah. So the first thing they said was, they're killing me. Yeah. Not this isn't killing me. They're killing me.
That's exactly what it is. The machine, the pharmaceutical machine, they do not want people to live past 62 years old. Right. It costs the government, it costs everybody way too much money.
They went in for one thing and came out years later with 60 different problems.
But baby, I mean, you remember when I had my little heart thing there.
Yeah, I mean, it was just awful.
And it was caused by the very medication that they had put me on.
Yeah.
But I could never get an answer. When I say, how do I fix this?
They said
you
there
can't.
Is no.
Yeah, you just got to be on the medication.
That's when you walked out and said, okay, see you later.
You can go to hell.
If you can't fix it, and I know our bodies are amazing.
Absolutely
if we
amazing.
Take care of them, they will fix themselves.
Yep.
But Beckham says family member had a mysterious hearing loss, kind of young. That's baffling the doctors. He's on statins.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Because statins affect the brain. Where does the ear go? Well, it's controlled by the brain. You keep doing stuff like that, and it erodes your. And did he get the shot? Did he get the one of the mRNA COVID shots? Because if he did, that turbocharges everything, and that's how it's designed. Absolutely designed that way. Oh, I thought you were going to say something there, babe.
Oh, I'm just answering someone.
So let's get back to this.
Well, Christy says she lost Rumble. Anyone else? She's over on X asking if anyone's lost Rumble. I don't see anyone.
It says live. Let me take a look at my feed. No, it looks.
Try going back on, Christy, and let us know.
Try going back on, Christy, and let us know.
What is there, an echo in here? That's what Sergey does all the time. Pat says I'm killing it. Thank you, Pat.
You are killing it, Pat.
You meant me, silly.
Oh, okay. Well, she's the best part of the show.
Yeah. Nope. No shots.
Okay. Well, good. That's very good. So, Christy, did you ever get Rumble back?
I'll let you know if she lets me know.
All right.
Moving on.
Wonderful. All right. Well, there's hope, though. Companies like Google are signing solar and wind deals in Nebraska, and that's going to cripple them. What we need to do is make sure that if they want solar and wind, they do it on their own property. They don't get farmland. And AWS is exploring nuclear power. Now, I can get behind that with a $650 million campus in Pennsylvania. We can demand more smarter use of energy. We can't just let them waste it or not come up. They've got all the brain power in the world. I mean, come on, figure out better energy. Then there's air quality. The diesel backup generators, they pump out NOx, right? Nitrogen oxide, PM 2.5, and other nasties, potentially linked to 1,300 premature deaths a year by 2030, according to the UCR and the Caltech spectrum. We can push for battery backups instead of diesel or cap generators. We saw Donald Trump talking today about China getting in on magnets, and the magnetic technology can work tremendously well for batteries. And I think that we're going to see some big step. Donald Trump, for all of the people that complain about him, I'll tell you this. We are probably going to go into a golden era. And one of the reasons that he's pushing so hard and so fast is because if he doesn't, things can fall apart in a hell of a hurry. And I think that what he's doing is getting America out front before the next election cycle. And I like that. So I really think that there's a lot to be said for the technology that we're doing. So don't sleep on noise. In places like Prince William County, Virginia, the constant hum from data centers and, of course, from the big, huge wind farms hits 60 to 72 decibels at nearby homes, louder than legal night limits in many areas. Wow. Folks are losing sleep. They're losing their minds. They're getting stressed, right? Even selling their homes. But solutions exist. I think, I'm going to say this right now. I think that if these companies move in, they have to offer 5 to 10 times the value of the homes that they are within a mile or 2 miles of.
Right.
Yeah. And probably 5 or 10 miles. I mean, they need to buy up a large area so they're not driving people. And especially, they're going out into these farmlands.
Yeah. I mean, look at that family with the AI building. It's 400 yards from their house.
Exactly.
They have all night long. Their house is lit up. That's just ridiculous.
It is. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And their home value just went down.
Well, nobody who wants to live there.
Yeah.
I mean, it turns their investment into nothing. And so I think that there needs to be some recompense coming their way. Because if not, then there's no reason why these big tech companies wouldn't just put their stuff anywhere. Mm-hmm. If they have to start thinking, all right, wait a minute, we need to move a little farther out, or we need to be over here, or we need to buy these people out. I think that is, I think it should be a windfall. If you live next to a server farm project, I think that you should be paid like the landmen pay the leases for these oil companies. There you go. $200,000 a year. That's what you get.
Vectum says people are really pissed about him saying he'll take 600,000 Chinese students. Maybe he's throwing off the WEF and the NWO plan to divide and conquer.
No, what he's doing is Donald Trump sees the writing on the wall. We're not having enough babies. We're simply not. We can't support, in 2 generations, America is going to be in trouble.
That's what the Muslim says. You're not having them, but we are.
Yeah, the Muslims will, but the Muslims
they want to take over the world.
They won't work. They won't do anything. What they'll do is turn your country into a shithole. And I'm not being mean. I'm saying look at every other country that they have touched, and they've absolutely ruined it, taken it back to the dark ages. Mm-hmm. And that is Iraq,
we want to go backwards,
Iran,
but not that far.
Afghanistan, exactly. Syria. And now France, Germany, England,
Well, it
Scotland,
looks like they're all standing up, so hopefully
Ireland.
they'll they'll take.
Well,
it
they're
back.
not all standing up. A few people are standing up.
Yeah.
What's happening is you've got people now. You have Muslim leaders that are in charge. There's no coming back from that.
Mm-hmm.
There simply isn't. And so, once New York elects the Muslim guy,
Girl, guy.
it's
Is it a
guy, yeah. I mean, all of a sudden, you're going to see a number of other, leftist liberal states elect Muslim leaders, probably Michigan, probably Wisconsin.
How can they let them take over the Big Apple? It's such a beautiful city.
It was. It was, but now it's a death trap.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at what
all the
Don-
worthy people left.
Absolutely. So now you have Muslims that are having 12, 15, 20 babies. You've got 2, 3, 4 wives cranking out, 1 or 2 kids a year for 10, 12 years. You're literally growing your army anyways. What is that statistic?
What is Mamdani?
He's the candidate.
The candidate. That's right. Yeah, that's what Vectum said.
Muslim.
Boy, did we get off subject.
Well, people ask, we need to answer.
Yeah,
All right. So, for Islamic law permits cousins, here we go, I'll put that up on the screen, marriage. And because of this, so there are high rates of consanguous marriages, or marriages between blood relatives, are common in many Muslim majority regions. And what this does is it drives down the intelligence, or the IQ quotient, right? Intelligence quotient. And so you have generations of this where you keep marrying within the family, and the IQ keeps lowering, and pretty soon you're living like the apes used to live. And that's why the imams are so powerful, is because in the Muslim religion, you go to your imam for answers about everything. You want ice cream today? Well, you're going to be praying there 5 times a day. Might as well ask the imam if you should have ice cream. If he says yes, you can have it. If he says no, you can't. If he says you need to go home, beat your wife and your 3 daughters before you can do it, that's what you do. Because stupid people follow. That's what they do. And when you keep inbreeding, I mean, we all know what happens. You become an idiot, and we've got a billion idiots running around, and they're being let. I mean, really, the Obama administration threw open the doors, but the Bush administration didn't do us any favors with it, and of course, Biden.
GPS says we need to get them out of our country. They brought them here specifically for a civil uprising.
Absolutely. They certainly did, and we're going to see it. We already see it. They've got rape gangs. They've got entire counties in Minnesota and Wisconsin that are Islamic counties, and you can't drive in. They have people at all the roads, and nobody does anything about it. I mean, do you remember when there was something like 12 terrorist training bases identified in these large Muslim communities in those states? The Obama administration, Obama is a Muslim. I mean, his whole purpose is to take down America, and he's also a Bush, right? His mom is part of the Bush family. So there you go. You've got the Bush family's horrible, absolutely horrible, but the Obamas, they're trash. We've got the all the wealthy and the powerful are doing things that are going to build a civil war in America if we are not careful. And we really do have to be careful. I'm not saying anything that nobody else is saying. I mean, all you have to do is read the news, and you'll see the huge, and I mean absolutely enormous problem that is the Muslims in this country.
Yeah, it's on all the time.
It is.
Babushka says the movie Idiocracy.
Yep.
I've never seen it.
Well, I don't think so.
No.
Idiocracy?
Idiocracy.
Yep.
Idiocracy.
Who does it? But put it, if you can find an IMDb link or something, drop it in the chat, and I'll click on it and share that, because good movies are hard to come by anymore. Let's see. So these challenges, water, power, air, noise, they're real. They're going to hit your wallet. That's who's going to pay for it. Do you really honestly think that with these big server farms that the tech or the investors, the billionaires, are going to pay for it? Of course not. It's going to come out of your and my pocket. And the way they do that is they give credits to these companies for hiring people. Well, they're not going to hire that many. All right. So they'll give them credits for land use or for carbon credits. And then that offsets the price of their energy. And the price of energy goes up for all of us, way, way up. They're making so much money that then they give these huge server farms that eat up the lion's share of energy. They give them huge breaks. And all because we're helping the people. That's how it goes. That is the financial part of it. You and I will pay for it, but we're not helpless. With smarter tech and tougher rules, we can make data farms part of a future that works for all of us. But we need to get in the conversation today, or yesterday, really. So let's talk about how to live with them.
Beckham says, I don't have any inbred genes. I'd be able to tell. You're so smart, Beckham.
You're so smart.
Yeah, sure, Beck. That's what Pat says. Keep smoking your pipe.
There you go. It may not be genes. It may be that pipe. So data farms are here to stay. They are the backbone of AI, and AI is not going anywhere. So the question isn't how to stop them. It's how do we live alongside them without losing our homes, losing our health, losing our minds, or losing our way of life. Let's talk about balancing the AI revolution with communities that can thrive.
That's a tough one.
It is a very tough one. So like I said earlier, I think that the server farms, the companies like Google, like Amazon, like Facebook, right? All of these, X has enormous server farms. I think that they need to start paying 10 times the value for the homes that are around them, or lease, put them on lease the use of their land with, like they do with oil.
Yeah.
Right. So you have oil in your land. The oil company comes in and drills, and they pay you $10,000 a month, $200,000 a month, depending on how much, how many barrels they're pulling out. So if you have a piece of property and you're affected, you're within a 5-mile radius, let's say, of that server farm, and you're affected by, or 2 miles. I think that, babe, do you think 2 miles, a 2-mile radius around it? That's all. That's a lot of land.
Yeah.
So, and we'll get a scientist. I say get scientists out there and have them decide, all right, bang, here. This is the line in the dirt. This is how far people are affected. We can't pick up any of that no radiation, no sound noise, no vibrating tremor. Your horse is going to be fine. Everything's good. You're not on a water line or a water supply that they're going to suck dry 2 miles away. But if it's 5 miles, then it's 5 miles. We can't say that they get a pass because they can't afford to do it. That's ridiculous. What we need to do is say you got to pay for ruining people's lives, and they have to be able to move to places like Boise, Idaho, which is getting more expensive by the day. So, yeah, 10 times the value of the current value of the home. I think if you're within that, that red zone, let's call it. If you're in the red zone, bang, it's a windfall for you. And then people are be like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm sorry, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, put one of those in my backyard."
Mr. Brown.
Yeah. So to pay off the home, and then you got, nine times the value of the home to go find someplace else. I think it's, I mean, and if you stay there, you get a monthly stipend, 10, 15, 20,000 a month. And we can do it by, by acre.
When you go to sell it, no one's going to buy it.
Nobody's going to buy it. Absolutely not. And is it like, high tension power lines?
But where do these people build these things? I mean, if you want to be far enough away from humans, you're going to have to go out in the butt friggin' nowhere.
Hey, you watch your mouth. It's a family show. Well, yes.
But, you know what I mean? Like, literally, they do need power. Like, so they would have to build a whole... Like, that's what they should do, is build their own little frickin' town in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I mean, they're out in the middle of eastern Washington. I mean, there's huge amounts of land that they can...
that aren't near people.
That aren't right near people. And they can
put
put
up a
little...
they need to they don't need workers there. They only have a handful of people that
And
work
if they
there.
do, they can build a town, right? Build a town a half an hour away, 15 minutes away, bing, run a bus out, in and back. There you go. You work at the server farm prison. There. But it's all going to, I mean, literally, it's all going to be run by robots.
That's what I'm saying. So
maybe within 5 years. I mean, once we get...
So they don't need to be near a town because they don't need to go run in and get milk when...
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So go build somewhere where you don't bother nobody.
And out of these, almost 2,000 more server farms that are going to be built within the next 15 years, whether it's at 25, 30, okay, so within the next 9 or 10 years... God, then I can't believe it's going to be 2035 pretty soon. So in 10 years, we'll have at least 2,000 more of these server farms, 80% or more of which are now designed for AI. That's it. That's what they're going to be. And that's just what's on the books right now. Tomorrow, it could be 2 times that, 3 times that. I mean, we're now looking at huge parts of our country being eaten up by these farms. Somebody has to pay for that. So, and I mean, build it underground. Whatever happened to that? Can we just dig out the Death Valley or something and put a server farm in there? It's hot anyway.
Like where all the rich are going.
Yeah,
in that massive underground city.
Go under.
Yeah, go under.
Do you come from the land down under?
I shared Babushka's link. She put up a link on X. I put it over in Rumble.
Oh, here we go.
And then Beckham said the Beavis and Butthead dude Mike Judge made that movie.
Oh, really? So, yep.
So I gotta go see it.
Idiocracy. Let's take
DPS 98 says Elon said 2 years all ran by robots and all restaurants.
Well, X has their restaurant. Have you seen that?
So you see them putting fries in a little basket. It took forever. You know, if you get busy.
Well, I don't know why that's
those
not coming
things don't know how to.
We'll
they don't know how to work with urgency like a kitchen needs.
Today they don't. So
yeah.
Let's see. X. Rest, T-A-U-R-A-N.
Vectum says it's moving at warp speed.
It is. It's moving faster than we can really believe.
Well, wasn't also the talk about in 10 years, in 2030, that half the population is going to be gone?
Yeah, exactly.
So
S-K Rest, T-A.
What you type in there, cowboy?
I'm looking for Elon Musk's restaurant. Tesla Diner. That's what it is.
TBSF, yeah, Jetsons, definitely.
So let's take...
I think it was bad that last week we talked about Jetsons and their meals were pills, remember?
Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is a fine diner right here. You got popular. That hot dog has been cooked to death. Okay.
But it's not food.
No, it's definitely not food.
Are you putting it up?
Yeah, it's up. You just got a little bit of
I have a delay.
Cup of Wagyu beef chili. Wagyu beef is very unhealthy. I'll tell you that right now. Extra sauce. You can get apple pie.
Oh, that burger looks overcooked.
Yeah, the whole thing just. You can
and robots cooked all this?
Well, let's
see that French fry little thing. I saw a robot trying to stuff the French fries into it, and it took like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And people are standing there waiting, and they're like oohing and awing that this robot's putting French fries in that little tiny cup thing. But really, if you think about it, after a while, it's going to get old if you're standing there for 20 minutes to get some French fries.
Yeah. Let's just let's see if we can find anything about it. Well, it doesn't look like.
It's not showing you the robots.
No, it's not. And I really want to see those robots.
Well, what page are you on?
Tesla.com diner with the backslashes and everything. Let's see. Oh, well, no, that's down there.
Oh, about the half dead? That's just from the jab.
Yeah.
DPS at 98 says that's just from the jab, 50% dead by 2030. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Oh yeah, it's dragging a wrecking ball through people's systems. VADES will become the biggest killer of human beings ever. All right, here we go. And we've got giving the new Tesla diner. Is our internet extremely slow today?
I don't know. Vectum says the apocalyptic show, The Leftovers, was about 2% of the population disappearing at once. We lost way more to the shot, but since it was more gradual, most people don't notice. And that's so true.
Yeah.
We just, people are, dying over here. It's just like even when they wipe us out from their lovely floods from holding the water, the rain and the flood. Longer than this should, right?
Yeah,
only a few hundred gone there.
Yeah. So here we go. We're looking at the inside of the Tesla diner, and I kid you not, it looks like George Jetson, the Jetsons.
Yeah,
I have no doubt that was on purpose. That was Elon Musk's dream to have a diner like that, and
it's ugly.
It is. I think it's
just
ugly.
It's like another McDonald's. It's just There's not fine dining. You're not getting. I love some of the restaurants we go into. There's beautiful, eclectic chandeliers and
gorgeous
wood, and it's just warm. That looks like I'm going into the hell to go eat shit.
Exactly. So when I would go in and train chefs,
look at the robot handing the food.
Yeah, right. After the first service, I'd always take a chef or two out. You got to leave people running the line, but I wanted them to listen. And if people were happy and there was vibrant conversation, then we did our job. We not only presented beautiful food that tasted great, it also had the secret ingredient of nutrition. And that's why I like to source everything within 100 miles, 50 miles if possible.
Where did Tesla source these?
Yeah, look at the faces on these people. It doesn't even look like people are talking. I mean, and that's what bad food does, right? Yeah. That's what sulfates and preservatives and Soylent Green, that's what it does to you. Your body gets no nutrition, no nutrients. So whenever you go into a restaurant, if you want to know if the food's good, are the people that are already dining there happy? Is there good conversation? Is there a buzz? There, you know that food is done well.
Yeah.
So, yep. I'm not the biggest fan of the Tesla diner.
What if you don't drive a Tesla? Can you still drive up and go eat in there?
Yeah, right.
You probably get booed.
I think that anybody can. It didn't look like those people could afford a Tesla.
Pat wants to know why Wagyu is unhealthy.
Because the way it's raised, right, it is it's very fatty, and that's what it's prized for. But it's fed a diet that makes it fat, and fat animals have a tendency to be prone to disease, low-grade sicknesses, fevers, bacteria, that whole thing. So it's just like a fat human being, right? If you're carrying a lot of extra weight, it's hard on your heart. Your body doesn't work the way it should. And these cows are designed to be fat cows. And so it makes the meat you're eating, the majority of what you're eating is fat. And that's why, you rarely cook it more than, mid-rare, because now all you're doing is rendering all the fat and everything shrivels up.
Hmm.
So, Yeah.
DPS 98 says, how do you like the new design of Cracker Barrel? The new,
Oh my God.
the new buildings look like office buildings.
Yeah,
That's what DEI looks like.
I saw a thing on X today. I should have sent that to myself so I could post it, of Sydney Sweeney. And they had the old Cracker Barrel logo, and they had Sydney Sweeney sitting there looking as cute as she is, right? And then they had the new Cracker Barrel logo, and they had Greta Thunberg.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what it looked like. It was hideous. Absolutely hideous. I think, here we go. I mean, did nobody learn anything from the Bud Light debacle? Nobody?
Yeah.
Did nobody learn anything from Victoria's Secret putting less than desirable people in their advertisement? I mean, advertisement is supposed to be tempting. It's not supposed to be a haven for every mental illness on the planet. It just isn't.
Victoria's Secret still uses very beautiful, big, buxom, fully figured women now.
But for a while, they were using shaved head.
Oh, just fat.
Very, exactly.
Purposely in your face. No, now big is beautiful too. So.
No. Listen, I think there's beauty in all different shapes and sizes. What I'm talking about is the ugliness of the agenda. And when you put somebody that obviously hates themselves, hates everything around them, and that translates through their pictures, that's a problem. I mean, what company was it that put the pregnant man on?
I can't remember.
A woman that transitioned to a man, and then its wife transitioned to a woman. I don't know. I lose track of all the madness, all the sickness. Good God. I mean, listen, if we just got rid of those people, do you think we could make the 2030 agenda? Goodness gracious. I mean, it's been so moronic.
I saw, it was, what's that makeup place that everybody goes to? Ultra.
Yeah.
They did another ad with, he was actually a very good looking man, long hair, acting as a woman. He's wearing a dress and little high heels, and he comes bouncing in like, oh, hey. And two women are standing there. One's pretty obese, but very nice. And another one's just a regular looking young lady. And he's got a full beard, mustache beard, long hair in this dress, and he's bouncing around like little Barbie going, oh my God, okay, I'm here to see my new picture. He was the new face for some hair product that makes your hair beautiful, and his hair was beautiful.
Yeah.
And he was just talking in a high voice and going, oh my God, you guys must be so excited. And I'm bowing to you, I bow. And the looks on these two girls are like, I have to stand here and hold the little rag over, and so they put down the cover, and there was his face on the advertising thing, and he just screamed like a little child, oh my God, like, I'm so
right?
I can't believe that. Don't you love it, girls? And they're like,
yeah, exactly.
No woman acts like that. Why men that want to be women think that women act like this is an insult.
It is. And it's meant to be insulting. Here's what I'm talking about. Bang. Right there. There you go. 2020 over here on the left. 2025. Now, I guarantee you, I'm not buying Nike stuff at all. Nike is, they are the purveyors of this. They just got their tail caught and their sales declined. But this is what I'm talking about. The agenda, right? There we go. What does that say on the left? And then what does it say on the right? I mean, it is two completely different worlds, 5 years apart, right there.
I don't seem to mind that. I mean, someone who's...
I'm not talking about her weight. I'm not talking about her size. No. I'm talking about the agenda, right? Nike is, what does Nike make?
Running shoes.
Well, athletic wear.
Athletic wear, yeah.
Exactly.
She could be athletic.
Could she?
I've seen some people pretty athletic. I mean, she's not going to be a sprinter or anything, but maybe she's a lifter.
So so you're a running shoe company.
Okay. Well,
hey, I'm just saying.
I do like the one on the right. That was very cute with the little baby.
It is very cute, and it sells family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Generations.
I think one on the left constantly changes. It evolves.
Sells me. I'll do what I want, and I mean, look no further than the Carnival Cruise Lines. When you I'm serious. If you want to see that, I don't care about anybody, just me. Look at what's been going on with Carnival Cruise Lines.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
I mean, I'll wager to say that Carnival's not going to be doing very well because people just simply don't want to go back on their ships. So yeah, there you go. When you have a bunch of people that don't give a damn, that tear everything up, it becomes a floating garbage bin and fights. Nobody's going to want that agenda.
I love that. Vectum says, and it's true. Fred Sanford said this: beauty is skin deep, but ugly is to the bone.
Yeah.
It's Fred Sanford.
Exactly.
You remember that?
I love Fred Sanford. Let's see. What else do we have?
DPS says the baby has to be healthy with all the hormones.
Oh, yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm going to show you. This is Nike's 2025 Super Bowl ad right there.
I have a very comfortable Nike bathing suit with Nike symbol all over it. I went to put it on this weekend, but them thought better of it.
Smart.
Vectum said.
There you go. That is exactly right. You know, and we do. We have to vote with our dollars. That's what we're.
Oh, that looks better.
Right. So there we go. We've got that, and then.
Yeah, I do think it should show strong, beautiful, powerful.
Yep. So.
Just do it.
Do it.
When did that one come about? In the 90s?
Oh God, I think even earlier than that, late 80s maybe. Just do it. I mean, that was Nike's, sign for forever, absolutely forever. So.
You didn't find the Cracker Barrel thing though. That's what.
Let's look at. CRACKER.
You've got 5 minutes left, Mr. Brown.
Okay. Cracker Barrel logo CHANGE. God, I'm so fast at typing now, babe. Just okay. Let's see what they have destroyed now.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, no, that's not a picture. That's a video. I don't want to. Here we go. Here we go. That looks.
I saw a Cracker Barrel ad today with
Cracker Barrel
with Hunter in it, sitting in the barrel.
Yep.
Smoking a doob.
God, I love that. And why is he not in prison?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So Cracker Barrel took the old white guy off. You can't have that. And I'm not being racist. Listen, if you knew my past, you'd say, okay, yeah, he's not. I am saying that it's the agenda that I do not like. The pitting people against you, the tearing down of statues, the changing the logos. We've stripped Mrs. Butterworth out of our vernacular. A woman who became a millionaire in a time when black women, first of all, could hardly do anything without the half of America fighting them. She accomplished. She became a household symbol.
I mean, you look at the old Cracker Barrel. It's warming and it's inviting. It makes you feel like I'm going to go sit on the front porch with Grandpa.
Have you ever?
The other one, I've never been to a Cracker Barrel.
I've when I lived in Tennessee.
That one looks like it's cold and just.
So back in the day, back in 1994 and 95, I had a writing deal and artist development offer. So I had a writing deal with Cupid Music and an artist development offer from Sony Records. And I spent a year doing music in Nashville, Tennessee. And that's where I learned how to produce music. And I loved Nashville. Well, just about every weekend I ate at Cracker Barrel. Sometimes I'd eat there a few times a week, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the Hermitage Cafe was really one of my all-time favorites.
But what
also.
about the Cracker Barrel?
But the Cracker Barrel was, I mean, it's like this big store, and then the other half is the restaurant, and everybody's all just always so nice, and their biscuits were wonderful, and it was the South. That's what it was.
And so someone who'd never been there, that's what I got from looking at the first one, that it felt very warm and inviting, and the other one, I wouldn't even want to go.
Yeah, exactly. Look, we've
And
gone
why did
from
they
the
change
from
the
the warm
brand?
brown. They brought this new woke head of something or another to destroy the company. And
Texas Americana says, I love Cracker Barrel. So sad they're changing the logo.
And if they're changing the logo,
they're changing the food.
You can pretty much be sure they're changing everything else. And I've heard that they've changed the food, a while back. But it sure is an institution down there in the South. And I'm sorry to see this change. I really am.
DPS says, you think that looks cold. Bring the renovated building.
Oh.
Have they redone the buildings too? They don't look like little farmhouses anymore?
Cracker.
We have 2 here in El Paso, Texas. Go almost every Sunday. Best pancakes. That's what Texas says. Americana.
Okay.
Chad, I've been noticing them going backwards for like 3 years now. That's right.
Well, we're running out of time.
Chad just showed up, and now we're leaving, Chad.
Chad, I'm so sorry about that. All right. Well, that brings us up to the end of another exciting evening right here with me and Miss Dawn. And we will see you guys again tomorrow night. And hopefully I'll have all the kinks worked out, and it'll be a much smoother show by then. For all of us, I'm Sergey Brown.
And I'm Dawn.
And we will see you next time.